So, stream title is good. Game title is good. We are good. And yes, I did double check to see when my last live stream of this was. Date said December 19th, 2018. So, almost 3 months. We are now the 16th of March. Don't know how much time I'm gonna have to actually make more progress on this. As I was saying, it's been almost 3 months, everybody. So now I need to find my newest save file. 29, I think it was this one. I think we saved here last. And let me guess, if I want to talk to... Well, if I want to talk to one of the girls, well, if I want to actually go down one of the girls' routes, let me guess, do I need to pick words that pertain to her? So, Sayori doesn't seem to be in the picture. I mean, we did her route back in December, when I was still doing these somewhat regularly, until I took a hiatus from this. Okay, we'll do Yuri next. Since I always sort of gravitated towards the Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, Monika ordering, or Monika, Yuri. We'll do Yuri second. So I think I can at least still remember what words pertain to Yuri. Now I'm just trying to picture Natsuki in a nightgown. I know with Yuri it's pick the more complex words. So I guess I'll just try and read as much of the dialogue as possible. Okay, so if my throat gets kind of tired, I can't just do like the self-voicing. Even then, I wouldn't want to leave it on for too long anyway, because I could just never take that seriously. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Nah, don't worry. Well, I sort of ran away on you girls for like 3 months, but I came back eventually. Well, it may be a little strange for me, but I do come back eventually. Well, I'm back at the literature club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you, making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Oh, come on, like he deserves any slack. Sayori told me you didn't even want to join any clubs this year. Can I skip most of the dialogue we've already read? And better yet, do you guys actually want me to fast forward past the original game's dialogue, or should we just go with it anyway? And last year too. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what. I'm gonna wait for EB to respond, assuming she's still here. But I'm leaning towards clicking skip. But if you won't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room. Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monika and manga. Manga is literature! Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat. Don't worry, guys. Level Engine gives it his best as long as he's having fun. He helps me with busy work without me even asking. Like cooking, cleaning my room? That's because your room's always messy. And you almost set your house on fire once. Is that so? You two are really good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous. How come? You and Level Engine become good friends too. Sayori, you're kind of putting me on the spot here. Oh. Yeah, I definitely remember most of this. Why do so many mods leave the first 2 or 3 days unchanged? In the case of Time to Be an Epic Hero, left a lot of the original dialogue in there. In fact, it actually got so easy to distinguish what was changed and what was left in from the original by how many periods were missing from the dialogue Ezio himself wrote. Wait, Sayori! So yeah, something about the book. I'm just gonna go with physicist and do some fast forwarding. Something about the book she gives me. and then we read together. And then I have to show my poem to the girls. I told Natsuki I was interested in her poems yesterday. It's probably only fair if I shared mine with her first. If you're not going to take this club seriously, then go home. What? Harsh? What, you expect me to believe you actually put effort into this? Do you think I'm stupid? I'm not a writer. Maybe it's not very good, but I did put in effort. We all start somewhere, right? If you're still proud of the first poem you ever wrote, then I'd like to read it. Painful to think about? Fine. Well, sorry. You'll get better anyway. Better off just trying again. Guess I gotta share mine now. Eagles can fly. Sorry, I'm not gonna read it. I've lost count as to how many times I've already read that one, just saying. And how many times I said I liked it. Okay, now I can hit skip. As Yuri reads the poem, I notice her eyes lighten. Exceptional. What was that? Did I say that out loud? Yuri first covers her mouth, but then ends up covering her whole face. Ugh, he's going to hate me. You really didn't do anything wrong, Yuri. Huh? I guess you're right. What am I getting so nervous for? Haha. Yuri takes a breath. So, what kind of writing experience do you have? Use of imagery and metaphors indicates you've written a lot of poetry before? Really? Huge compliment coming from you, this is my first time. This is the reason I was able to tell. It's just that these are specific writing habits usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. New writers, they try to make their style very deliberate. You'd be the last person I'd hire as a voice actor if I ever decide to do a mod. You're gonna get me to try and do Yuri's, Natsuki's, Sayori, or Monika's voice? How could I help you there? Okay, now I can hit skip again. I probably skipped over, like... I'm thinking I skipped over her first poem. You know, I was really nervous about doing all this, but in the end I enjoyed it. I'm going to keep doing my best for you, Level Engine. Ah, me too. Sayori doesn't even seem to be here anymore. Did she just, like, leave school for whatever reason? Like, Sayori doesn't even seem to be... Oh wait, she was here earlier. But I can't show poems with her. Maybe because I already did her route in this mod. Of course I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to share a poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Don't worry, Level Engine, we're all a little embarrassed today, you know. But it's that sort of barrier we'll all learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. I hand Monika my poem. Great job, Level Engine. I was going ooh in my head while reading it. It's really metaphorical. I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. I guess I underestimated you. It's easiest for me to keep everyone's expectations low. That way it counts when I put in effort. Everyone's writing styles. I feel like we all remember this, more or less, even though it's been 3 months. And just by, like, looking at that poem for a split second, I think I recognize it. I'm gonna side with Yuri because I'm trying to actually go down Yuri's route. And then I'm definitely gonna come back for the other 2 girls later. Wondering how I'm gonna get Monika's route though, because I can't seem to pick words that tailor to Monika. When I'm playing the poem minigame, I only see like Yuri and Natsuki, and I'm assuming there was Sayori perhaps in my first playthrough back in December. But I already completed Sayori's route, so I could more or less expect her to not be there. We'll make some tea after the fight. It was a lot of fun, I'd say the same. Let's walk home. Again. Can we go 20 out of 20 for Yuri? I guess not. 19 out of 20. 18 out of 20. Oh, hey, that's your name, Extreme, right there. Really, that's one of Natsuki's words? I guess just click the long words. Well, maybe not necessarily for childhood, but pick the big words. For Yuri's route, pick big words. Pick nice, complex words. For example, computer. Another day passes, and it's time for the club meeting already. I've gotten a little more comfortable here over the past couple days. Entering the club room, the usual scene greets me. Sayori and the snack, and the coins in her purse, and the cookie, and Natsuki throwing the cookie in her face, and Sayori eating Natsuki's cookie, and Monica doing piano practice, comes to the club late, and I talk to Yuri. I suddenly notice that Yuri is reading a different book from the one we've been reading together. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. Ah, no. I was kind of just waiting for you. If that's the case, why don't we go ahead and get started? Yes, let's. Actually, I have a request. Do you mind if I make some tea first? I guess go and make some tea. I mean, if you're just gonna make tea, I think I can fast forward past this. Something about Monica. Monica, please mind your own business for once, or do you want to tell me there's something wrong with helping involve level luncheon in club activities? Eh? My mouth gapes. I suppose there's nothing wrong with that. Then let's go, level engine. Yuri quickly exits the room and I follow. Once in the hallway, she suddenly puts her forehead against the wall. I spoke without thinking. How could I say something like that? Yuri. Something about the way she said that. It made me feel so irritated. What's wrong with me? Nothing. It's also not right for Monica to judge people like that. Level engine. How come even when I do something bad, you're being nice to me? 'Cause it wasn't that bad. Nobody's perfect. We have emotions and we can't always hide them that way. But you always amplify things in your head. Your mind turns a light rain shower into a hurricane. No. Wouldn't you hate me for something as terrible as that? Why would I hate you? I can't hate someone for having emotions. What kind of friend would do that? Friend, you say? Yuri lifts her head. Level engine. I really like being friends with you. Thanks, Yuri. I like being friends with you too. I feel kind of awkward saying something like that. I feel like I'm talking to a computer. But I'm doing my best to help Yuri feel better. Anyway. Yeah. Shall we go? Yeah. Yuri and I walk to the nearest water fountain. Once we fill up the water pitcher, we turn to the classroom. Oolong tea. Well, whatever that is. Do you mind if we sit on the floor today? Oh, you're talking about a town with no name. I think we might be better off with the Siri voice. I just have back pain fairly regularly, so I do my best to manage it. Is that so? I wonder why that is. It's most likely because your posture, right? Always hunched over like that while reading. Yes! I have terrible reading posture. So that's why we should sit on the floor. Fair enough. I'll go ahead and get the book. I have some chocolate as well. I take it since it'll go well with the tea. As if in sync, we assume the same reading position as last time, each one holding half the book. Except this time our bodies are even closer to each other. I can't see too well. Yuri slides closer until our shoulders are touching. How am I supposed to focus on reading like this? Yuri was always kind of cute, but when she's being less apprehensive, it's almost more than I can handle. Your teacup. Yuri hands me my teacup. Holding it in my hand that's not holding the book, I end up in a position that makes it even harder to focus. Because now I need to worry about making sure I don't accidentally touch her chest. Meanwhile, she doesn't notice a single thing. And that's the chocolate. I'll probably just do some more fast forwarding. I want to see the new dialogue that was added into this mod. More so. Like, I want to see just how the modder handled this. I think I'll just really consider fast-forwarding past more of the poems. And that to just make it slightly faster. Natsuki didn't even show me her poem at all. I must have, like, picked so few words for her that, like, she just didn't want to show me her poem. She really doesn't like me in this playthrough. Why do you keep them to yourself? They're embarrassing, and people will make fun of me. Don't you have anything like that, Level Engine? Well, guess I do. Best we can do is respect each other and our individualities. Even if it's difficult sometimes, some things make us uncomfortable. If I hadn't learned to embrace my own weirdness, I would probably hate myself. I might be ranting a little bit now. You're good at a lot of things. Writing, listening. There really aren't many people like you, Level Engine. That's exaggerating a little bit. It's just how I feel. Now I feel like I almost look forward to it. This one's good. You're not only getting more comfortable with your style, but imagery is better than the last one I read. Whose poems? Oh, Yuri's. She's like a totally different person when she picks up a pen. Yeah. A totally different person when she picks up my pen. Oh, that's actually more clever than I could have first imagined. Okay, thanks Monica for reminding me to save my game. Might as well just do that. Even though I could have easily just fast-forwarded past all that dialogue anyway. Something extra planned? It's the Purist Mod, Sayori. And I'm doing a lot of fast-forwarding right now. And I'm mainly gonna just do mostly fast-forwarding until I hit the new dialogue. Because I still more or less just remember like a brief summary of the original game's events, because of how many mods I played. I would walk home with Yuri. I'm trying to go on the Yuri route right now. Yeah, picking the long word seems to work very well here. And the last one here again. Don't worry, I just walked in too. Were you practicing piano again? Okay, so the piano was on the day after, if I'm not mistaken. Not the day before. Though I did remember the piano part. And the joke about the fried squid. Yeah, I think that's more or less how her name was meant to be pronounced. Monica, but everyone says Monica, and, well, because everyone said Monica, everyone says Monica. Relax, didn't even do anything. But I could tell you that you want to be alone with your thoughts. Alone with my thoughts? How were you even able to tell I was thinking like that? It's something I do a lot. It wasn't hard for me to spot based on your posture and expression. Not that I was staring or anything. I don't do anything creepy like that. In any case, I guess you were right. I'm sorry if I caused you any concern. Don't apologize. Your troubles are only the concern of those who willingly share in that concern. Of course, there are certainly those who find the most comfort in keeping to themselves. But if you would prefer to share what's on your mind, I'd be glad to listen. All this about Sayori and me being concerned over her. I'm still more or less leaning towards skipping over most of this dialogue anyway. Next! Wow, that was quick. During lunchtime, I eat by myself. Did you know that? It's a great time to find a quiet spot and do some reading. In fact, I always have some books with me. You could say I really enjoy reading. Well, that's one way to put it anyway. But books are so full of amazing and inspiring people. People you want to fall in love with. Or people you just know and make a really good friend. Cheerful people who always put a smile on your face. Or deep thinkers and problem solvers who discover the mysteries of life. So when you look at it that way, excuse me, I'm surrounded by friends every day, you know. And those friends don't laugh at me. They don't tease me for spacing out all the time. They don't make fun of my body type. Who would make fun of our body type anyway? A lot of people liked big boobs. Yeah, I know. And they don't hate me for acting like a know-it-all. People say that about you? I'm not a know-it-all, Level Engine. It's the opposite. I don't know anything. I don't know how to talk to people. I don't know how to make people see me as normal. I don't even know how to make myself happy. I have all these feelings, and all I can do with them is read and write. But it wasn't until now I started sharing with you that I understood what was missing all this time. I know I'm a difficult person. Every time I talk to you, I just feel really happy. Yeah, we're really friends now, and the poem. So, what was this about the novel? Oh, like reading that edgy novel with her. It's awfully suspicious. Well, I just feel bad that she has a hard time socializing. It makes me want to make sure she doesn't spend all her time alone. Besides, the novel isn't too bad either, you know. Alright, I get you. Just be careful, alright? I know that Yuri isn't used to opening herself up. Actually, you know... Want to see a bit of my real hair? Because this is still that stupid wig. I look even more dumb with this microphone around my neck. Her books aren't a total escape from reality, they're just a bandage. You say that like I'm going to hurt her. Sorry, I didn't really mean that. If anything, she might accidentally hurt herself. Anyway, I'll share my poem with you now, alright? It's just more fun wearing the wig. I want to have this crazy long hair. No, all I got is this. no, in reality, this is all I have. Nothing too exciting. I think that's like the second time you guys ever could have seen my real hair on my channel. And I did all these face cam videos, to tell you the truth. Should I take that as a compliment? I look like the AVGN. If you want to print screen this, I don't see why the hell not. So when I said this was a wig all this time, I wasn't bluffing, it really was a wig. This doesn't look realistic enough. Just saying, that doesn't look very realistic hair. Unless you're really that far away. Like, maybe someone could have had hair like this, but once you get to look up close, yeah, you can definitely tell it's a wig. I look like AVGN with my natural hair. My natural curly hair that forms into an afro. Angry level game mention. I'll hit skip again. Someone went to pee. Like, that's the one thing I decided to mention from the story here. Yuri, because I'm still trying to go on Yuri's route here. I can already tell you're about to say something mean, Natsuki. No. I was just saying... Ugh. So you'll be helping Yuri then, Level Engine? Yeah. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm glad. I guess I'll be helping Natsuki next, and I'm gonna have to figure out how to unlock Monika's route on this, cause I know for a fact it does exist. That's great to hear. Natsuki, you'll be able to handle the baking yourself? I mean, yeah. I already said it would be fine. Okay, okay. Everyone can tell that Natsuki is feeling a little sour. So is that everything we need to go over? Yeah, that should be it. Are you guys excited? Excited may not be the right word. But I suppose I'm looking forward to it a little bit. Do you feel the same way? I more or less tend to just skip past the whole making the banners because I probably remembered most of the dialogue anyway. That's not what I meant at all. Yuri anxiously glances between everyone in the room. I'm sorry for this. I really don't know why Level Engine picked me. And also, your cupcakes are the best cupcakes I've ever had. They go really well with my tea. And nothing that I do for the event will compare to that, so... I get it, I get it. I'm kinda surprised though. But why? Well, I'm the one acting immature. I already know that. But you're trying to cheer me up all of a sudden. I know I'm not very good at it. I'm sorry if I said something bad. Natsuki isn't the only one surprised. Monika and I are also taken aback by Yuri's words. When she already has trouble with words, trying to cheer someone up must be far out of her own comfort zone. But I begin to understand. Yuri was trying to sound like Sayori. Even if it didn't work perfectly, I can tell that she tried to say something Sayori would say at a time like this. Because Sayori always helps everyone smile and feel good about themselves. Kind of appreciated it. Time for us to head out. Exchanging phone numbers. She's gonna come to my house. Well, my house in the game. I can hit skip, can't I? I think I probably read most of this dialogue in my first playthrough of this mod anyway. That was Sayori in her depression, more or less. So I still kind of have to worry about what's going to happen to Sayori because I completely more or less shoved her to the side in favor of seeing what Yuri's route's going to look like. So I still might have to worry more or less about what's going to happen to her. Even though I pretty much already did a playthrough with her. So I think once I fast forward past Sunday, we're going to start seeing the new dialogue. Jasmine oils, and making banners, and doing origami. and playing with knives. Okay, so I'm actually starting to feel really glad she touched herself with the pen she stole from me and not a knife. Yeah, that could have been so much worse, now that I think about it. Then again, it's weird enough you're doing it with the pen. We're talking about Act 2 Yuri here, by the way. We're talking about the really crazy one. Not this one, specifically. It's fine that we didn't have as much time as we wanted, because we can do this again. Whenever you want, you can come over and we can go out somewhere. I forgot you don't like going out much. As I stumble over my words, Yuri simply smiles bashfully. Anyway, you know what I'm trying to say, so... You're very thoughtful, Level Engine. Yuri takes a step closer to me, then briefly squeezes my hand. I kind of like that about you. Well, how am I supposed to respond to that? But I don't even get a chance to as Yuri suddenly pulls back. Monica? Monica? I thought Sayori was supposed to butt in here. Don't let me get in the way. Monica? Sayori said she was just helping online. I changed my mind, decided to come over. Anyways, just now, we weren't... I'm gonna drop a save here, because I think now we might have just hit some of the more new dialogue, because I don't remember in the original game Monica just dropping in randomly. Your secret is safe with me. I won't say a word. I was just on my way to Sayori's. Our work for the festival won't get itself done. Especially if I'm not online. Well, it's nice to see you. I'm sorry, but I'm already on my way to leave. Aw, really? That's too bad. It's been a while since it's been just us girls. I'm sorry. But we'll all be together at the festival tomorrow, so that's fine, right? Of course, of course. So, I'll see you tomorrow. Not Sayori, She's already told you what she's going through, right? I try to open my mouth, but nothing comes out. I was about to ask how she knew, but it's likely that Sayori's told Monica about things. They're close friends, after all. Don't worry about it. What? If you're going to go after someone or something, don't do it half-heartedly, so don't worry. I'll take care of things so you can focus on what's ahead of you. Monica gives an enigmatic laugh. Even if you try to save everyone, you can only do it one at a time, huh? I guess even you have your limits. Not if you play Brand New Day. I don't know what to say, but thanks. Alright. See you tomorrow at the festival, Level Engine. With that, Monica gives a wave as she goes towards Sayori's house. Alright. I guess I better go rest for the festival tomorrow. Finally, the day of the festival has arrived. This piano music wasn't in the original. I take a moment to let it all sink in on the way to school. I was finally involved in something. A real school festival. Maybe I can finally do some... Hey, Level Engine! The moment was shattered. I see Sayori practically bouncing off the pavement with a huge spring in her step. Her smile could have lit up half the street. It was relieving to see that Sayori was indeed doing alright. Come on, Level Engine, where's your enthusiasm? Today's the big day. Her happiness is infectious. I can't help but crack a smile. Hey, I'm plenty excited. Just don't jump as much as you do. She bounced off towards school, clearly not letting me slow her down. Okay, so Sayori was fine after all. It's good to know. I think back to when I joined the club, which feels much longer ago than it actually was. I think about all my fellow club members, Sayori, Natsuki, Monica. My mind lingers on Yuri. The time we spent reading together, the moments we shared, we even worked together for the festival over this weekend. It hits me just how much I enjoyed spending time with her. She was so quiet, and yet, when she got passionate about something, it was endearing. Plus, she's cute, huh? I chuckle with a goofy grin on my face, feeling a bit silly at my own musings. As I near the school, my head swims with the possibilities of the day of the festival ahead. School is already abuzz with activity when I arrive. Thankfully, it looked like we had the room to ourselves for the literature club. All the better for showing off the decorations Yuri and I had poured all that hard work into. on, Level Engine, you're the last one here. We've all been waiting for you for ages. Looking past her, it seems I was indeed the last to arrive. Natsuki glares at me, no doubt judging me. Monika wears her usual smile and gives a little wave. Yuri fidgets with some small decorations, avoiding my gaze. A brief flicker of fear fills me with theories on why she wouldn't possibly want to look at me. I return my attention to Sayori. What, you couldn't start the work without me? I raise an eyebrow. Honestly, we all got here not too long ago. We just thought it'd be funny to tease you a little about being the last one to show up. Where's your festival spirit, Level Engine? Come on, come help us. She dashes back across the classroom so fast she can't hear my retaliatory grumbling. Well, someone has to be the last to show up anyway, right? Natsuki baked cupcakes. She catches me surveying the sweets and shoots me a look that says, I'll bite your hand off if you bite into one of those. Monika begins the proceedings with a cheerful smile. Okay, everyone. Now that we're all here, we can go over our plans for today. Is everyone ready to show the school why the Literature Club is worth joining? We meet our call to action with a resounding yeah alongside raised fists. Even Yuri, not normally one to raise her voice, had let out a rousing cheer. I too can feel myself catching the festival fever, the excitement of this morning returning in full force. Here I am, a representative of the club I had grown to enjoy, surrounded by people I could call my friends. It's a nice feeling. I have no doubts that the others felt something similar given their enthusiasm. Monika claps her hands together to signal the imminent rundown. Now then, we have a lot to do. First things first, is everyone ready to give their poem performance later today? I gulp. I prepared as well as I could, of course, but the thought of it all is still nerve-wracking. The other girls have an affirmative nod. No, Sayori's actually okay. And yes, there's actually a festival in this mod. What is it, Level Engine? I was just wondering how you felt about your poem performance today. I practiced it a whole lot this weekend. I just hope everyone likes the poem I selected. It might be kind of weird, even outlandish. I'm sure it'll be great. Anyone who can't see the beauty and quality of your poems isn't worth worrying about. She reddens a little at the compliment, but returns the smile sheepishly. I decided at this moment that this sight alone made it worth taking the risk. Thank you, Level Engine. That really means a lot to me. Is your poem preparation going well? The worry creeps back into a lump in my throat. I sure hope so. I practice it a lot, and I like to think I did all I could do to prepare, but the doubt never really goes away with this sort of thing, does it? I suppose not. I'm sure you'll also do well. You made a lot of progress since joining the club. We'll both just have to put our best foot forward. Absolutely. Eventually the room was properly decorated. I like to think I helped a little, but Yuri ended up doing most of it. I mainly held the larger things in place for her as she attached them to the wall, but held a handful of them so she didn't have to go back and forth, that sort of thing. Regardless, the room looks much livelier with everything pinned up. I feel a sense of pride as I survey the room, noticing how the decorations that Yuri and I had made really pull the room together. Satisfied with our work, we opt to help the other club members with their stations as the students begin to roll in from the festival. And I wish I could kind of see these decorations. A surprising number of students stopped by curious about the literature club, or at least about Natsuki's cupcakes. I couldn't really blame anyone stopping in just for the pastries. They were amazing. Eventually, Monika steps up to the front of the room to call everyone to attention. Hello, everyone! We hope you're enjoying everything the Literature Club has to offer at this festival. We will now have our special event, a poetry recital from our very own club members. Isn't that exciting? I doubt that many of the meandering students were terribly interested in poetry, but they are taken in by Monika's charisma and enthusiastically clap regardless. Let me guess, how many of them are here just for the food? It occurs to me that I was never told the order that we'd be presenting our poems. I just hope I won't have to go directly after a stunning poem until I realize all of them were likely to be better than mine. Oh well. Thus the girls performed their poems to the crowd that had gathered in the literature club room. Sayori's is charming and lighthearted, leaving the audience in adoration. Natsuki's deceptively simple, but still well received. And Monika draws in the audience with her performance. She's definitely stolen the show so far. Which is unfortunate for me as I'm the next stop. I take my place at the front and, I performed my poem. A couple stumbles here and there, but I think it was solid overall, for my level anyway. I get a modest round of applause to validate my efforts, but the smiles from my friends in the literature club really solidify it. Satisfied, I take my seat as Yuri gets up to take her turn. I give her an encouraging nod. She stands to face the audience. Without much delay, she begins her performance. I had seen instances of it before, but it still amazes me how much Yuri changes in moments like these, where she is truly in her element. Gone were the stutters and pauses in her normal speech, replaced by flowing elegance. Poem is starkly different. Audience is silent at first, and I could hardly blame them with how stunned I myself feel. I'm the fastest to recover, and I stand up and begin clapping. The other club members soon following suit, and then the rest of the audience. Even a standing ovation didn't cut it in my opinion, but it was the least we could offer. Monika mentions to me, Sayori and Natuski, to join her at the front of the classroom and take a bow. After all the applause dies down, she addresses the attendees. Thank you for all stopping by to see us. We hope you enjoy what the Literature Club has to offer, and we hope just as much that you will all consider joining us. I mean, unless you add it to the dictionary, like, spell check's not gonna double check to see if you spelled Natsuki right. Our club venture is safely classified as a success. I muse aloud to the girls of the club. You know, I bet none of the other clubs have something as awesome as this. Would you like to go confirm that? I want to see what some of the other clubs looked like. I mean, she's got to build something to keep her books on. I feel like my brain ceases to function for a moment. I stand stupefied by this outcome as I try to process what just happened. Did Monika really just set me up with Yuri? Did she plan this? I'm snapped out of my thoughts by Yuri, who had come up beside me. I think it'll be fun. You don't mind accompanying me, do you? Oh no, not at all. Why would I? I can tell by my flustered state only amuses Monika further. I am torn between wanting to thank her and wanting to become invisible. Yuri and I make it to the doorway of the classroom before she stops and turns to me. Is she blushing? What's up? I would hate to lose you in these crowded halls. Huh? They don't seem that I stop myself and I look down and realize Yuri is stretching out her hand, blushing furiously and avoiding eye contact. I'm pretty sure I can make out what sounds like Sayori giggling in the background. Of course, Yuri and I had our close moments before, but this... I can't afford to think too long here. I gingerly take her hand in mine. You're right. This way, we won't get separated. We set off together to explore the festivities with a friendly wave from Monika. Yuri and I return to a club room that is empty, much to her surprise. The festival was over when we had come back expecting to help everyone finish cleaning up, but looks like a majority of the work has already been finished. Had everyone else gone home already? I catch sight of a note laying on a nearby desk. I pick it up and find it's from Monika? With a shrug, I read the note aloud. Dear Yuri and Level Engine, we hope that you two are able to enjoy your afternoon together. Don't worry about us. We just all had things we needed to take care of at home. Sorry to leave on such short notice. P.S. While you're here, if you don't mind taking down your decorations. Was this just Monika getting us to help clean up in the end anyway? I don't mind. It's the least we can do after getting to enjoy the festival. Yeah, fair enough. We do owe them after today. Yuri nods in agreement and immediately sets about removing the decorations. Figures that she wouldn't want to waste time, but there's more I want to talk to her about. Moments pass as I try and compose myself and articulate exactly what I want to say. My stomach churns from the nerves, but nothing concrete is coming. I find it hard to maintain eye contact. Level Engine? I had a lot of fun today with you. Yuri smiles, but seems slightly flustered by the compliment. Oh, I had a lot of fun today with you as well. Thank you for... Her face takes on a shade of crimson. For accompanying me. I can feel the color of my face mimicking hers. Anytime, That's the best I can do? Come on, there's more I want to say, damn it. Say, Yuri, Why do I have to be tripping on my words now? The strikingly timid Yuri of all people, she asks me to hold her hand. Sure, it felt like we were set up by the rest of the club, but it still takes immense courage to follow through. Can't imagine how straining that must have been for Yuri to put herself out like that. I owe her at least that much in return. I take a deep breath. I'd like to spend more time with you as more than... I would love that level engine. I'm caught speechless. I expect her to say more, but given her furious blushing, I hazard a guess she's facing the same verbal roadblocks I am. Does that mean... Before I realize, I break into a smile, partly out of disbelief. She matches my smile. My heart is racing. We draw closer, as if on instinct. We say nothing, and yet we fall into each other's embrace. Time stands still. In this moment, everything feels right. Just for a second, the only thing in the world that matters is the two of us. I don't know how long we held the hug, but wasn't that important? We begrudgingly broke from each other's arms and faced the other once more. Another moment of silence. But it doesn't feel awkward. We understand each other. Nothing more needs to be said. It's already evening as I head home. Normally I would be annoyed at walking home so late, but after today, there's no way I can be upset. I run through a checklist of what happened today to reaffirm I'm not dreaming. I helped out at the festival, spent a lot of time with Yuri, and in the classroom, we shared something, and it meant a lot to both of us. We had to say our goodbyes before I got too late, but everything about today is still setting in for me. Yes, Physigoth, this is Doki Doki, alright. I feel my phone buzz. A text from Yuri. Thank you for today. Yep, it was really a great day. Thank you as well. See you tomorrow. I return home without issue and attempt to sleep. Everything kept replaying in my head, giddy excitement filling me every time. I don't know how long it took me to finally drift off, but sleep did not come easily. It's the day after the festival. Drag myself back to school. I think the lesson is chemistry, huh? I could get away with sleeping for just a little bit. Something just hit my head, I think. It takes a moment for me to locate the offending object lying next to the leg of my chair. A crumpled paper. Amazing. I unwrap the note, squinting to make out the scrawl. Meet me outside after class. That's it? Really? While I'm tempted to toss it back in their general direction, something keeps me holding it. I have the feeling it shouldn't be ignored. Yuri or someone else wrote that note. Didn't say who. Some 5-10 minutes later, a scruffy-looking upper-class man arrives. Hey, you actually showed up. Is this Yuri's other boyfriend that she didn't tell me about until now? Well, how many times have people actually listened to notes that randomly hit them in the back of the head? I was curious, so tell me, why'd you bring me here? There's no easy way for me to say it this, but I'm Yuri's boyfriend. Oh, you shouldn't be dating Yuri. He raises his hands in an I know gesture. It would be in your best interest to not get caught up with her. Oh, I thought he was going to say he was her boyfriend already, like she was actually taken. People saw you at the festival, and well, over Yuri, literally anybody's a better choice. I know this will sound harsh, but there have been, incidents. Yeah, incidents. Incidents? Look, I'm trying to be helpful. Steer clear of her, that's all I'll say. I feel like I need to just more or less drop a save to see how both choices play out. Or is it not really gonna matter? Why would I say he's a coward? Yeah, sure, but my mind's in a completely different place. I know it's harsh, but it's both for your benefit. Why would he know about us? What did Yuri ever do? Who the hell does he think he is? So what's the objective of this whole thing? It's mostly more or less just reading through dialogue, playing through a visual story. I don't remember exactly what the plot of this one was, more or less just... It's a mod of the original game that makes it more quote-unquote purist. So essentially it's like a sort of G-rated version of Doki Doki Literature Club, or maybe PG-rated. So it's closer to an actual dating sim than the original was. Sayori and Monica both give me looks of confusion, but I shake my head slightly as I duck outside. A few seconds later, Natsuki walks out into the hall as well. Keys, what the heck is this about? You look kind of worried. What's wrong? I tell her everything. Some guy took me aside after last class. He said I should keep away from Yuri, for my own sake, actually. What's that even about? How can anyone say that about her? I guess you finally heard. Rumors about Yuri show up from time to time, yeah. But you know that's all they are, right? Just rumors. You don't know anything else about it, then? Guy who mentioned them were pretty vague. That shouldn't matter what the rumors are. Like, I've gone to school long enough to know the rumors never end up being true anyway. Why should it be different for you? They're not super widespread anyway. If they were, I guess Monica probably would have heard about it and done something by now. Or maybe she already tried and it didn't work, but you get my point, right? Yuri probably wouldn't want you to get involved with those rumors anyway. She really likes you, you know. Yeah, I guess so. Yes. It's time to share poems. I came, I saw, I shared poems. Yuri wasn't even there. Hey, level engine? I glance over at Sayori. She has her head bowed, kicking absent-mindedly at the gravel on our path. I might be being nosy, but what were you talking with Natsuki about? Oh, so that's it. We never really discussed it, and I thought she'd just forgotten. I never seemed to give her enough credit, I guess. Level engine. Well, I think you know about Yuri and I, right? Sayori nods, looking me over tentatively. Yeah? There have been rumors. Rumors? Someone told me to stay away from Yuri. That's mean. I know, but what can I do? He didn't tell me why. I figured Natsuki might know about why she's so insulated and beat around the bush too. Do you know? I don't. Sorry, level engine. I reach over and prod her cheek, causing her to yelp. Don't worry about it. It's my problem to deal with, okay? I need you to understand that I'm here for you. We're here for you. I know. But do you? I feel like you're only holding back because you don't trust us. I mean, they're all legal, including Natsuki. If you have ideas, I'm welcome to hear them. Sayori nods, pushing the tips of her fingers together. Why don't you invite her out? Then you can talk about it there. So I guess we'll do that. A bookstore. That should be easy enough, right? Unless you're me, who spent what should have been my sleeping hour searching up the prime location of what might technically be our first date. In which case it feels like more like pulling out your own tooth. I'm sure she'll love it. Sayori comes to an abrupt halt, eyes wide. While I'm looking around for whatever caused the reaction, she nudges me forward. It's Yuri! This is your chance! It is. Indeed, Yuri leaning on the street corner. Waiting for me? Maybe? I can only hope. I brush the front of my blazer, mouth suddenly gone dry. Sayori nudges me forward. Come on, this is what you planned, isn't it? I stumble forward, rehearsing a greeting as Yuri turns to me. Hi there. We say at the same time. If I could sink to the ground now, I would. At the very least, Yuri looks just as embarrassed. Sayori told me you passed this way. I glance quickly over my shoulder. The woman in question has already fled the scene. Just as well, I guess. Well, here I am now, at least. You want it going? Yeah, I guess so. I just write words and hope they stick. That was entirely you, and it was really good. Well, thank you. We keep walking in silence, but it's more of a cozy one than an awkward one. As we approach the school gates, I slow to a stop. And one more thing? You're still okay with our date after school? Oh, yes, definitely. I'm gonna guess the bookstore. In the end, it didn't take much more than Yuri and I are on a date to excuse us from literature club and for Yuri to turn an interesting shade of burgundy. This is doing nothing for me. It's alright. This is more or less a mod I wasn't too hyped about because what really got me interested in Doki Doki Literature Club in the first place was how it completely destroyed the idea of your traditional dating sim and just completely turned it on its head. This decided to just make it more or less a dating sim, this mod. Like, the original completely deconstructs that idea. Gets you all ready for it, and then boom, Sayori's dead. Then everything just completely falls apart. And it just continues to get more messed up in Act 2. Yuri and I walk into the big bookstore I picked for our date. Anxiety swells throughout my body as I'm afraid of the possibility that this will not go well. Why do I feel like I recognize this bookstore? I'm thinking I might have seen this in Salvation, or maybe maybe I saw it in Blue Skies. Luckily, there's a noticeably small number of people currently in the store, making a great location for a date. At least that's what I hope. So, here we are. Yuri looks over at me, struggling to make eye contact. Yes, we are. She looks about as nervous as I am, if not more. Man, what do I even do here? People go to bookstores to shop for books, right? But where do I even start? I guess it'd be easy enough to browse through and see if anything looks interesting. You like horror, right, Yuri? That is correct. I do enjoy horror. Would you like to look through the horror aisle, then? Only if you want to. Man, now what? I know nothing about books. Yuri's basically an expert, so what am I supposed to do that won't make me look like an idiot? For now, I glance through the various titles. If nothing else, I can at least admire the well-drawn cover art. Have you found a book you're interested in, Level Engine? Ah, I was just eyeing. I grabbed the nearest book next to me, not taking enough time to check actually what it is. At the Mountains of Madness? I mean, the cover art looks pretty cool, I think. The empty, snowy landscape makes me feel a bit of dread, I see. That doesn't quite mean the book itself is spectacular, but the front cover makes an impression. You think so? It's interesting how the cover art for a book can be the most iconic thing about it, even if the writing is subpar. I still feel a bit lost about how to interpret books and writing and all that, but Yuri seems like she knows what she's talking about as usual. Thinking about cover art and horror books. I still absolutely love that rlstein.exe bot on Twitter that just makes random Goosebumps books on the fly. Like, The Girl Who Cried Living Shovel. Yuri perks up a bit. Yeah, I'm on this date to spend time with you. Sure, it's unfortunate that I picked a bookstore where there's no books but you haven't already passed on, but who cares? I think some of my other favorites from that bot had to have been Why I'm Afraid of Music, Why I'm Afraid of Babies. Sometimes what really makes it the cover art, but sometimes even some of the titles are pretty silly. You have no reason to blame yourself. Well, if that's how you feel, thank you, Level Engine. I'm enjoying being with you as well. Awkward silence fills the air. Now what? Well, we both stare at the ground. Let's sit down, once I buy this, I mean. After quickly purchasing the book, we move to a nearby table and sit down next to each other. Shall we read together again, then? Maybe later, but I want to talk for a bit first. How have you been? Well enough? What am I supposed to do? I have no idea how dates are supposed to work. All I'm doing is wasting your time. Not at all. Like I said, just being next to you is great. Words aren't always everything. I suppose so. I decided to change the subject. I know you're into poetry, but have you ever tried writing your own book? Well, I've dabbled in writing fiction, I suppose. But publishing a book would require me to share my work, and, well, nobody would want to read that. Come on, Yuri. I don't think you're giving yourself enough credit. It's true, though. Please. Your poetry's incredible, so I bet if you tried writing a full-fledged book, it could be amazing. I'm not sure if you can make that comparison that easily. Writing poetry is much different than writing a traditional story. Dealing with a narrative structure, having to develop interesting characters, and all the other facets of that type of writing. It's a huge undertaking, and it's difficult for reasons other than why writing as well-done poetry is difficult. I bet you'd be disappointed if you read any of my attempts at a novel. I doubt that. Maybe we could read your work sometime together. If you really want to. Maybe one day. How about the book I just bought? Let's see what it's like. Yes, let's. Read the book for a few hours. What'd you think of it? It's hard to judge without having read the full story, but I'm enjoying it so far. I had fun reading it, I think. This Lovecraft guy had a dark mind. It was pretty creepy, which I guess fits considering the genre, but this has kind of been a new experience to me. Having it right next to me made it a lot more comfortable, though. Yuri's cheeks quickly reddened. Thank you. We should read the rest of this sometime. Alright, I forgot this was a date. I enjoyed it as well. We look into each other's eyes until Yuri recoils from nervousness. Sorry, I'm still getting used to this. It's fine, Yuri. We can go as slow as fast as you'd like. You must really like me, don't you? To be able to tolerate my company and actually enjoy going to a bookstore with me. There's not many people like that. I'm thankful that you feel the way how you do about me. Sure, there's a lot of people who would be honored to be in a relationship with you. Honestly shocked that you like even me, in a good way of course. Less people than you think, Level Engine, a lot less. Have to find a way to salvage this. Well, you've got me now, right? And the rest of the literature club too. Regardless of how many people like you, what matters is that there are people who do like you. What more do you need? I suppose that's one way to put it. I'd love to spend more time with you today, but it's going to be evening soon, isn't it? I feel like this is going to be really elaborate and drawn out. I notice a certain someone on the sidewalk. That guy. He's from my school, isn't he? The one who warned me off. As I stop over to look at him, he spots us. A small smirk spreads across over his face as we simultaneously recognize one another. The guy that said, don't date Yuri because... just don't date Yuri. Sorry, it's nothing. It would make sense to see him around town every once in a while, I think. Why did this time feel so ominous? A premonition? Maybe the smirk? Yeah, that was sort of creepy. Not that it matters, I guess. So let me guess, there's going to start being rumors about me too. About how I hang out with this girl that has the rumors about her. And I'm gonna guess the rumors have something to do with knives and that kind of stuff. I had planned to talk to her about the rumors I had heard about before, but couldn't muster up the courage to do so. I feel like it's a heavy topic and I don't want to screw it up. Nothing particularly bad has come up as a result of these rumors, though. As much as I'd love to live in blissful ignorance forever, I'm gonna have to talk to Yuri about it sooner or later. Might as well get it over with. Good morning, Level Engine. At least Yuri still trusts me. I sort of feel bad about that. All the better to get this out of the open. We go to school. As per usual, I spot Yuri reading a book at a desk. Monika and Sayori both try greeting me, but it goes in one ear and out the other as I pace over to Yuri. Hey. Yuri turns and notices me. She quickly closes the book she's reading, her finger caught between the page she was reading as a pseudo-bookmark. Ah, hello, Level Engine. I apologize for not noticing you as you came in. It's fine, don't worry about it. There was something I wanted to talk to you about, though. See, there's, basically there's, take your time, Level Engine. There's been rumors about us. What? Way to go. This guy, who's one of my classmates, he came up to me. He said something about there being incidents involving you and I shouldn't get caught up with you. I know it's not true. Yeah, it's definitely not true, but what are we going to do, Yuri? You know how rumors go. They keep getting worse and worse until, you know. Yuri? This was a bad idea from the start, wasn't it? I knew that all I would do was cause problems for you. I'm sorry, Level Engine. This was all a mistake. I noticed Monika hesitantly come over. Is everything okay over here? I'm not entirely sure what's going on, but perhaps you want to do it outside the club room? I mean, you don't have to take my suggestion, but are you alright? We're fine, Monika. Please, just let us figure this out ourselves. Monika nods silently, going back and guiding Natsuki and Sayori to the far side of the classroom. I really just don't want to end up dragging anyone else into this. Look, Yuri, the rumors don't seem to have gotten too bad. If they did, we'd probably be hearing more of them, right? First, we need to calm down. How about we just go out someplace after school? This is starting to sound like a typical high school drama here. Rumors, assumably terrible ones about us too? So rumors is a plot device. This is just your ordinary high school drama here. Okay, I think we went to this park with Sayori earlier in a previous playthrough. I turned to Yuri sitting next to me on a bench. Yes, this location is quite nice. It's incredibly peaceful as well. Yeah, the real highlight is getting to spend time with you, though. I motioned for Yuri to scoot closer to me. Really? Are you sure that's okay? Of course. We're on a date, after all. I suppose that's true. Yuri slowly scoots closer to me as I put my arm around her. This is great, isn't it? Or at least good, if nothing else. This is nice, I'll admit. I feel kind of bad I didn't pick this spot for our first date, but whatever. The fact that you're considerate enough to feel remorse for even small things like that. My feelings for you keep growing stronger, Level Engine. Whoa, you okay, Yuri? That was too forward on me, wasn't it? You must think I'm trying to take things too quickly. I'm so sorry, Level Engine. Not at all, Yuri. I'm perfectly fine with it. I find it romantic, actually. Are you sure? Yes, Yuri, I'm sure. Yuri scoots back little by little. Thank you for not getting upset, Level Engine. You know those rumors are false, right? You said you do, but I wouldn't fault you for being mistaken. No rumor is ever going to change how I feel about you, Yuri. Even though I'm totally not sure what those people have in mind, I know it's not true. I love you, Yuri. That's all that matters. Thank you, Level Engine. The day slowly progresses to Yuri as Yuri and I sit, idling in the park. We sometimes talk to each other throughout it, but for the most part we're enjoying the tranquil silence in one another. You know, Yuri, about what you said earlier. A summary of all the things you missed since you went to go get supper. That was quite a lot of it, actually. We're dating Yuri. Some senior who I share a class with in the video game comes up to us, says there's rumors about Yuri and the incident she's been involved in, and I should stay away from her. I'm like, no, these rumors can't be true. But I bring this up with Yuri anyway because, like, something's gonna happen eventually anyway if we just try and ignore it. And then we go to a park. Also, like, we dated at the bookstore. It's been a long time since I played this. I took a 3-month hiatus from this. Probably not as long as you, but I took a 3-month hiatus on this thing. Probably because I felt like I would have just been more interested in, like, something that wasn't a purist mod. Like, more or less just a straight-up dating sim. I think I wanted something darker and more edgy. Like the original game. Our lips are barely inches away from each other. Closer and closer. Kaboom! Oh, I thought we fell over, but no, it's thundering. Damn it. What? It's not supposed to rain until tomorrow! The mood is ruined as the sky splits open in the fit of thunder, dousing us in rain. I take Yuri's hand and make a break for it, pulling her through the streets. We manage to find some shelter, even if it's not much. Ugh. Oh, I should have tried sooner. I'm sorry, Level Engine. No, it's fine. Just not something I expected. Probably would have got caught in the rain on the way back anyway. What do we do now? We can spend some more time at your house. Only if you want to, of course. Yuri is flustered, but I understand what she's saying nonetheless. Yeah, dating sims aren't that exciting. Like, I like the DLC for just turning that on its head, more or less. I open my front door and we step in. Much better. Want to see it, Yuri? Seeing as you're offering me one, it'd be rude for me to turn it down. Yuri makes her way over to the living room couch and sits down as I proceed to sit down next to her. The couch will end up wet, but it's not something I really care enough to worry about right about now. Man, if I had known it was going to rain, I would have brought an umbrella. It's fine, you didn't know it was going to rain. I know, but still. You seem pretty cold. I can live with it. How have I haven't got your couch wet? Yuri quickly tries to get up. Hey, it's fine. Sit back down, please. I care more about you than the dumb couch. Yuri is reluctant, but slowly sits down again. Here. I take off my jacket and give it to Yuri. Huh? Wear it. The outside's wet, but the inside is still warm. Are you sure? Yep. That's why I'm giving it to you. I see. Thank you, Level Engine. I can't let my girlfriend freeze to death, can I? Even though the rainstorm interrupted our date, isn't the sound of rain incredible? I don't know if I put too much thought into appreciating it, but it is kind of nice in a way. Yes, the magnificence of the constant droplets accompanied with thrashing sounds of lightning. It's truly beautiful. I can see where you're coming from. Huh? You must be cold too, Level Engine. Why don't we warm each other up? You may hate me later for doing this, but I want to at least give it a try. I mean, sure. I got no complaints about this. I wrap my arms around Yuri as well. Things are definitely heating up in some sense, at least. We stay there for about 20 minutes, just listening to the rain pour down. My pocket vibrates with a notification. On instinct, I take my phone out to see that a new email message has been sent to me. Level Engine? It's nothing, just an email. I'll read it as quickly as I can. But as I scan this email, something is very, very wrong. Just finishing off this can. Subject: Freak Alert. You guys know how much of a freak Yuri is, right? I mean, we've all seen the scars, and we've all seen how she acts, too. She gets turned on from cutting herself. Kinda messed up when you think about it, you know. Actually, even if you don't, but hey. Oh no. So right, she's a loser, whatever. I mean, every school has its freaks. You know what's even more messed up, though? She's dating Level Engine. Yep, you heard right, folks. Someone in this school was either desperate enough or just as much of a freak to date fucking Yuri. No, 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 no. Please, no. But really, can you even guess what absolutely horrifying crap they do? I bet they both get turned on from cutting each other. Is that even legal? It's legal, but it's fucking creepy if it's actually real. It's just really funny, but also kind of absolutely disgustingly awful. Why can't I stop reading this? Why can't this all be a bad dream? And you know what? I can see it now. Once they're done cutting each other, Yuri gets all hot and bothered. And then, well, I won't finish that sentence. But you know what they do, though? I'd be willing to place bets. The truth's out there, folks. Matter of fact, I'd be willing to place bets on what Yuri's other fetishes are, too. Blood play's an obvious one, but what else? Probably something super... How long does this go on for? Like, these people are fucking mean. Piss? I expect nothing less from her. I wonder what Level Engine's fetishes are, though. Think they're better or worse? You know, in a way, I'd be happy to find out all this. You guys know what it's like to feel bad about yourself, right? But knowing freaks like these exist makes me feel a bit better about myself, honestly. I hope that makes you all feel better, too, for not being human garbage. So yeah, I was just warning everyone. Long story short, stay away from Yuri and Level Engine. They'll go slicing up anyone nearby when they get the urge, so I want to make sure you all stay safe. How long does this go on for? How many paragraphs of email was that? That wasn't just like an email, that was an essay! I look, and of course, this message got sent to my whole school. Why would it have been anything else? It's the natural projection of the rumors I thought were beneath me. Beneath us. Level Engine. Here I am now. What do I do? Did the message get sent to Yuri too? If the message got sent to Yuri, what the hell am I supposed to do about it? What the hell can I do about it? I feel like puking. Screw this. I get another notification. It's a second email. Oh no, it's gonna be as long as the first one. It's that asshole that sent me the mass email, of course. This message is addressed to me specifically. Hey, Level Engine. You know, I hadn't planned on calling you by your name, but I think the students of our school need to know the what's what when it comes to you. Hope you like the new nickname either way. But seriously, how are you doing? I bet you and your girlfriend are cutting yourselves like you always do. What's my nickname gonna be? Knife Boy? Your girlfriend didn't get a notification for the email, right? I didn't send it to her, but I'm going to shortly after sending this, so... Each sentence I read feels like a physical blow. A dozen knives twisting in my chest. Knives. Good one. But hey, you freak us out too, so it's basically karma. I drafted this email earlier today, and no, just thinking of the face I know you have right now. Now, you may think I'm doing this to get something out of you, but really, that's not it. Like I said, I'm trying to keep everyone safe. I know for a fact that sickos like you and Yuri can't be trusted. I mean, we've been down this road before, just Yuri, but another guy too? I'm only doing what's right. You get that, yeah? But enough of that from me. By the time you're done reading this message, you're going to hear a wonderful little jingle on your girlfriend's phone. I wonder what that jingle is going to play for. What will a notification contain? I think you've already got a good guess what it is, though, unless you really are that stupid. Which wouldn't surprise me, but whatever. The real question is, how will you react? Okay, I'm done now. Later, Freako, and please take a shower, would you? Thanks. I have a notification as well. I don't have time to decide whether or not this is a good decision, but I rush to grab the phone from Yuri before she can turn on the screen. Yuri is confused, but I hardly pay attention to that as I go as quickly as I can to delete the email she just got. Friendly message from the student body. Right. Level Engine, what are you doing with my phone? A few swipes and it's gone, as if it never existed. As if. Now I need to just come up with an excuse. Sorry, it was a spam email. I got one with the same title just a minute ago, so I thought you had probably been sent the same one. It seems my hunch was right, too. I promise it's nothing to worry about. You're absolutely sure? I am. I've already messed up. I'm already going to face the consequences of this soon enough. Level Engine. It was nothing important. Plus, if I seriously wanted to pull something with your phone, it would have taken me longer than 3 seconds to do so. You're acting suspicious. I think you even realize that. Let's just move on, okay? There's nothing to get worked up over, so why should we waste any time doing so? But I know I can't do that. It's not going to be the same after reading that email. I don't think anything will be the same after that. It's Monday. Time to face the music. Yeah, it's a long email, too. Yuri hasn't figured out anything about the chain email that's already spread across the school, but it's only a matter of time. I don't expunge this before Yuri ever catches on. I don't even think I can, but I have to try. I couldn't stand to see her face when she realizes. I know exactly how that conversation will go down. My phone buzzes with a text. Yuri. I didn't see you in our usual place. Are you going to school today? Needed to take care of some business with the teacher before class. Sorry. Alright, I love you, Level Engine. I stuff the phone back into my pocket and exhale softly. I have my plan. Find the source of the email first off. If my instincts are anything to go on, I know where to start. Hey. Talking to the guy who warned me about Yuri seems like it could give me a clue or two. The boy seems surprised for a second before he adopts a neutral expression, throwing up a hand. Yo, Level Engine. Hello? He probably knows I'm suspicious. Now he's waiting for me to make the first move. Have you gotten any strange emails recently? Nothing out of the ordinary, my man. Finishing with a shrug, he plays it off so well I doubt my first instincts that it was him. Doubts begin to creep up as I nod quietly, heading to my classroom. After all, there could always be others. And I was running essentially with blinkers on all sides. I could have missed something. Something obvious. But who else has the following but him to swing this? There goes half my day. I raised my head from the desk, having previously just been napping away the time. History's the next class, so I should get my stuff for that. I've decided to gather information in the afternoon. I'll be skipping going to the literature club, but I'd argue it's for a good cause. The back door of the classroom slides open and he steps back inside, followed by a group of his cronies. I try not to be too judgmental. I'm failing. It wasn't all me, actually. Well, of course not. But didn't the guy get on your case? You told us he did, at least. I mean, I did try to warn him, didn't I? This is just a fun idea I had, you know. It's been a while since I had seen a good Sheen email go around. Yeah, that's true, that's true. Who knows? Maybe he's into that. A cutting fetish? What do they call that, anyway? I think it's like... blood play? Yeah, that. Wait, how do you know about that, huh? Another boy snorts. Probably just going for someone with low self-esteem for the easy win. My blood boils over. Fuming, I stand up, stalking over to the huddled mass of boys. I almost said hundreds masses of boys. Only the blonde one, who started this mess, even bothers looking up. He looks at me and his face shifts in some midpoint of confusion and humor. Yo, Level Engine, how you holding up? I'm not gonna listen any longer. So, then you punched him. The blonde guy snorts, folding his arms. He's got the principal on his side, which means anything I say is irrelevant. I did start it, though, so it's only to be expected. More than once, I should add. According to eyewitnesses, it looked like you were trying to kill him. I frowned, staring at the knot of his tie. I'm not apologizing. I can't act about hearsay, but starting a fight is a serious offense. As for you, you may go. Have the nurse take a look at you if needed. Level Engine. Oh joy. I'm giving you a 2-day suspension. You will need to gather your things and call your family. I give a ragged sigh, nodding back. Yes, sir. And try to keep your temper in check for the next time? That went about as well as could be expected, really. I stare up at my bed. My phone has been buzzing nonstop for about 5 minutes. No doubt Sayori trying to check in. Texting in class? I should scold her. I appreciate the concern, but right now I just need quiet. I need to figure out how to handle this because I've done something unbelievably stupid. I got so caught up in my own anger I lost sight of what my actual goal was. I mean, maybe if I'm lucky, the fight I started will give them something else to gossip about. But if I know anything about the student body, it'll just get tacked on as extra material to the main story. It's been 2 days, right? I checked the calendar on my phone. Yep, the suspension is over. The gravity of the situation sets in as I will myself to stay awake. God, I actually got suspended. I never imagined. I really hurt someone, all because I checked my phone. Still nothing. Still no message from Yuri. Maybe I should say, no. Right. Not anymore. I just don't know what to do. Where do I go from here? I've demolished my reputation at school. I got suspended. The other club members are probably afraid of me, and Yuri. The wall gains a new dent in it. I shake my clenched fist, recoiling from the pain. Deep breaths. Deep breaths. I need to get to school. I don't have time for all this. I just want things to be fixed somehow. But for now, I need to go to school. Good morning, Level Engine. Morning. It's the start of the day and I already feel exhausted. I consider asking Sayori about the state of the club, but I don't think I could brace myself for any sort of negative answer. Instead, for a while, I just trudge without a word. Sayori attempts to lift the mood. So what's on your mind? Nothing much. It hurts to lie to this like Sayori, but worrying about Yuri and my whole situation nearly consumed me. Not to mention it's all my fault anyway. Sayori shouldn't have to worry about me even more. Sayori gives me a quizzical look, no doubt seeing right through me. Are you sure? Yeah, Sayori, she already revealed to me some of her deepest struggles. She had much more substantial issues, and yet she chose to confess to me. Not that I was able to properly support her and she had to rely on Monica instead. I feel another pang of guilt, but I shake my head and try to refocus. If she can share that much with me, at least I can share my own worries. Actually, I've been so anxious the past few days about Yuri and about myself after my outburst. I just don't know what to do, Sayori. I wouldn't beat yourself up over anything that happened, Level Engine. Maybe we can figure out something at the club later. I'm sure everyone would be more than happy to help out. It's nice to know that it's still continuing, at least, the Literature Club. Thank you, Sayori. That sounds nice. We're almost at school. Soon we'll have to part ways until the afternoon. Oh, we're here already. Well, see you later, Level Engine. I wonder where I'd be without a friend to walk to school with every day. But with Sayori gone, my thoughts return to worrying about Yuri. She hasn't responded to me in 2 days. Will she even talk to me at the Literature Club? What will I say to her when we see each other again? Or if we see each other again. I don't know about this. I hadn't even thought about it. Am I just going to screw everything up again? I'll cross that bridge when I get there, I suppose. Just have to make it through classes today. School day's finally over. Several girls perking up my return. Sayori, Monica, Natsuki. Where's Yuri? They all glance nervously between each other. We thought you would know. She hasn't been here since your suspension. We assumed that you... I feel my stomach drop into a massive pit. It occurs to me that I had neglected to actually tell Sayori that Yuri and I haven't actually been communicating. I collapse into a desk and I start to feel numb. I put my head in my hands. No one has heard from Yuri for 2 days. Is she okay? Where even is she? Is she... Level Engine, snap out of it! I look up bewildered to find it was Natsuki of all people yelling at me. Come on, man, you're gonna give up that easily? Sorry, I probably shouldn't have shouted. I guess I've been anxious as well. I just don't know what to do. I thought Yuri had at least been there in contact with the club. Do I try reaching out again, or... No. I don't think you should. Knowing Yuri, I think she's better left on her own for this sort of thing. At least for now. Really? Yeah, I know you're worried, but I don't think trying again to reach her would do anything good. It might stress her out even more, honestly. I think about Yuri's habit of considering herself an inconvenience. Maybe Natsuki is right. But is it alright to basically just wait, do nothing, and leave it all on Yuri? Another choice. Why do I feel like this might actually affect something if I make the wrong choice? If I wait, is something terrible going to happen to her and I'm going to get the bad ending? And if I pursue, like, which will trigger the good, which will trigger the bad ending? You're right, Natsuki. Thanks. Fuck, I wouldn't know what to do in real life if I had this situation. Yeah, I'm starting to think waiting might have been, like, the bad play. Yeah, I still think, like, an exit music, like, every time main character hesitated to do something, bad things happened, including Natsuki's eventual death in that mod. Please, Yuri, get back to me at some point. Whenever you're ready, I just hope that's soon. I just need to hold out until then. It's the next day. Everyone's present except for Yuri. A palpable heaviness hangs in the air. No one's in much of a mood to talk. Still have heard nothing from Yuri. From the looks of the others, none of them have either. Monika tries to dispel the crushing silence. She tries to put on her trademark smile and harmonious tone. So, does anyone have any poems to share today? Oh, physicist? Almost did. Oh, Extreme Wrecker? I think I already saw the Bancorp logo. I suppose we should adjourn early today. Any objections? Still, no one can find the words. I guess that's all then. I hope everyone's had a wonderful afternoon. If anyone needs anything, you're always welcome to talk to me. Still nothing? I'm glad you didn't go after her. I think you made the right choice. Hey, I know it's hard, but you gotta have some faith, right? She's come back on her own before. It sucks sometimes, but all we can do is wait. We've offered her all we can, and now we have to respect how she handles things, Capiche? But what if... But what? What if something happens to her? What if... Natsuki cuts me off with a pointed glare. Level Engine, do you love Yuri or not? Love? I certainly liked her, and I enjoyed the time we spent together. All the moments we shared between us. I just wanted to be happy, and I want to do all I can to help that happen. I do love her. There you go. That wasn't hard, was it? Now you can trust her with this, right? She's strong. You're right. Thank you, Natsuki. She's a friend of the whole club. We all care about her. Just hang in there and let us know when she comes back, alright? Sure thing. If you make her cry like this again, I won't let you forget it, alright? Was the threat serious? Ha, just kidding. I gotta head home now. See ya. Natsuki said she was kidding, but I certainly don't want to test if she is or not. But Natsuki has known Yuri longer than I have. I resolved myself to trust Yuri and pray that the wait isn't too much longer. We've always walked together. I just want to see if Yuri's going to be alright or not. Like, what's the conclusion of this choice going to be like? Sayori, thank you for everything. Even though I blew my fuse and caused all the stress. Don't be too down on yourself, Level Engine. You're still my best friend. This won't change that. I know you're still you. Take it from me. I know it can be hard to pick yourself up at times. Don't think you have to deal with it all yourself. Your friends are there for you. Sayori. Was she always like this? Or have I just been blind to her unwavering support? After all that she's confided in me. Geez, I'm dense sometimes, aren't I? I don't think I can thank you enough, Sayori. The whole club, honesty. That's what friends are for, isn't it? I'll be next door if you need someone to talk to. I'll be sure to let you know if I do. I'm home earlier than normal, but it still feels like it was a long day. I collapse onto a couch and do little more than aimlessly lie down for an indeterminate amount of time. My thoughts drift once more over the whirlwind of the past several days. Was it really only that long since this all started? Yeah, I guess it was. It's Friday, right? Now I have the whole weekend to ponder. While in my slump, I replay all the advice and encouragement I've been given. The plan is still waiting, right? I can do that. Have faith in Yuri. Here at home, I'm left alone to stew in my own thoughts. All the assurances from today only did so much to stave off my growing worry. A day with no response, sure, but more than that? Is everything really okay? Is there something more I should be doing? Yuri. I said I loved her today. I really do, right? Damn it. I shouldn't have to prove this to myself. What am I thinking? I envisioned flashbacks of all our time spent together as if on cue. Sharing our poems, the festival preparation, the festival itself, the bookshop, and then the breakup. If only I could go back in time and fix things. If I controlled my temper better. Just focus on what to do now. Whenever I was with Yuri, I felt at ease. Seeing the way she carries herself. Maybe she doesn't do it, but I do. The way she blossoms herself whenever she talks about her passions. The way that, no matter what, she stayed honest to herself. I imagine she could have given up on her interests. Collecting knives? That's not like something I'm not sure many girls do. But she didn't give in. She's remained steadfast and even shared it with me. If I were in her position, I don't know if I could have done the same. Yuri is unwavering in her loves and hobbies despite the ridicule and rumors. Could I do something like that? Do I have that kind of strength? Maybe. Someday. More and more I come to realize that I miss how things were. Reading together, working together, even overcoming our boundaries together with the hiccups that accompanied. Yuri is willing to separate from me because she wanted to preserve my reputation. It hurt, obviously, but she put my well-being before herself. In its own way, it was selfless. It was short-sighted, but now I realize the scope of the intent when if we get back together. I should tell her how much she means to me on all this, properly. I'll set things right, I need to, just whenever we can talk next. But what else can I do right now? Knives? She has a knife collection. Oh god, how could I be so stupid? My phone buzzes. A text? Who could... My heart skips a beat. It's Yuri. May I come over? At first, I'm not even sure if I'm seeing things correctly. Is it really? It really is a text from Yuri asking if she can visit. My fingers start shaking as I try and type out an answer. How do I even respond to this? I mean, of course I want to see her again, but after just like this after days of... No. Stop overthinking it. Just... Yes. There. It's not long before a reply. Thank you. I'll be there soon. Feels unreal. Did the past few days even happen? My shoulders slump as I realize how tense I'd been. I can't help but laugh a little. Getting this worked up over a girl coming over? It's not even the first time. What do you mean, who is that in my window seal? Doesn't look like anyone at all. So I just have to wait a bit longer, don't I? I'll drop a save here, because I do want to see what pursuing Yuri. What do you mean, music from that dinosaur game? Before too long, doorbell rings. No, I'm not dreaming. I pull open the door. Standing before me, it's Yuri. It's really her, unharmed. We fall into a mutual embrace, seconds feeling like hours. We reluctantly separate, knowing someone has to speak first. My mind is racing a mile a minute, trying to find some cohesive words. After the longest 2 days of my life, there's so much I want to say. Thank you. Thank you for having me over after everything I've put you through. No, don't worry about it, it's fine. You're okay, right? Yes, I am. I'm sorry for taking so long to get back to you. Again, it's fine. I'm just glad to see you again. Yuri blushes and fidgets with her hair. I'm glad, would you like to go out together? Tomorrow? Stop stammering, damn it! Yes, of course. Where? It might be kind of weird to you. I'm sure it's a great place. The graveyard in the park, this time tomorrow. Is that alright with you? The graveyard, huh? What kind of ritual does she want to do at the graveyard? I can't think of a more fitting place. I'm doing better now. I think things will turn out alright. I arrive at the park is tranquil. Let's see what happens if I pursue Yuri. I'm guessing this is going to be like the bad ending, more or less. I lower my phone under her judgmental eye. I think you're right, Natsuki. I shake my head and put my phone in my pocket, discreetly hitting the button to send the text. Hopefully no one saw that. Thanks, Natsuki. Natsuki raises an eyebrow in suspicion, but still responds with a nod. The room's mood is overall still muted, but Monika takes this as her cue. Okay, everyone. Shall we adjourn? Nobody objects and we're soon all on our way out. Yuri, I'm sorry for bothering you again, but please just let me know you're alright. The rest of the weekend passed in a dull, listless manner. One day in the hallway, finally. Yuri! It's been a week since I last saw her. Okay, so we just fast forward a week if I just hit pursue. I don't even know what to say to her. Honestly, I'm just happy to see her at all again. Yuri, however, shies away from my greeting. Yuri, what's up? I was so worried. It's been so long. Everyone at the literature club was also worried and I'm withdrawing from the club. Wait, what? Am I hearing things? Sorry, hold on. Yuri, are you serious? I hope you can forgive me someday, but I've caused everyone too much worry. You especially, Level Engine. You deserve better. Yuri, no, it's not like that. Please, just... Tears begin to form for the both of us. This is for the best. I agonize over this decision, but seeing you worry so much, I couldn't take it. Yeah, my nose is a little itchy right now, excuse me. I'm left speechless. What was Sayori's bad ending again? Everyone at the school ends up knowing about her depression. She ends up in the hospital. The club falls apart. It's not a good ending. She's not dead, but she's in a place where the main character and Sayori never really see each other again. Don't worry about me anymore. I'll have my books after all, just like I always have. Yuri ducks away before I can respond. God. I don't even know how to process this. The literature club without Yuri? I want to collapse when thinking about the consequences. This is my fault, isn't it? I blew it. I blew it. Damn it. Natsuki was right. It's clearly my fault for stressing her out more by sending that last text. What have I done? Everything is spiraling. I know I should try and compose myself better, but I can't right now. The literature club continued, but it never quite recovered. The hole left by Yuri was just too big to fill. Yeah, and that too, I'm pretty sure. Though she never said much, her quiet presence was sorely missed. We persisted, but it still stung every time we took attendance. Occasionally, Yuri and I would catch each other's gaze in the hallway. Every time we would look away just as quickly. Eventually, I managed to rationalize it all in some twisted manner. This is what she wants, right? So, maybe it's for the best that we're like this. Damn it. Well then. I didn't quite expect you to go off track that quickly. But I guess we all make mistakes. You can trust Natsuki, you know. Even though she and Yuri fight sometimes, she still knows her well enough to make a decent suggestion or two. You've already made one of them happy, so I doubt you'll give up just because you messed up with someone else. I'd be really disappointed in you if you did. Not that I care for them or care what I think, but seeing you give up on something you've tried so hard for hurts me too. I want to see you succeed at things after all, even if my heart breaks a little bit. Though, don't think this is the only important choice you'll make. You never know. Back to the title screen. Make the better choice this time, okay? I already did. So we're gonna go to that graveyard now. Are we gonna get to see the graveyard, or are we just gonna look at the park again? My mind is swirling with the prospects of the meeting before me. It'll be the first time Yuri and I have gotten to talk properly since we separated days ago. There's so much I want to tell her. So much I want to apologize for. So many things I want to fix. I sure hope I can do better. For both myself and for Yuri. I try and push the tempestuous thoughts back and focus on what's ahead. Before too long, I come upon Yuri, right where we had planned to meet. Yeah, I'm used to, like, the bad endings in Doki Doki and, like, the game mods of it being more on the unwholesome side. Like, someone dies. Yuri just quits the club. It's sad, but it's not quite up there with, like, the stuff in Rain Clouds and Exit Music. Or how about Monica holding up a gun against her head and, like, you can have her pull the trigger? Like Salvation, like, holy shit, that. And here it's just, Yuri quits the club. Yuri lights up as she notices my approach. She addresses me and I stand with her among the headstones. I hope that this place is acceptable to you. I doubt many people enjoy spending time at a graveyard. Her trademark modesty helps set my mind at ease. Is the tornado from Simon's Quest gonna come and swoop Yuri and MC out of the graveyard? Well, and put them in front of Bodley Mansion? I doubt it. It's a lovely spot. I don't mind at all. Yes, I come here when I need a quiet spot. It's very pleasant for reading or thinking. Just by standing here and taking in the surroundings, I am inclined to agree. I can imagine. Peaceful, secluded, even calming in a way. Perfect for contemplation. And the dead are the only company that cannot judge you. I'm struck by her poignant words. Do you think it's weird at all then to meet up together at the graveyard? If I had been asked that question before meeting Yuri, I would have said yes. However, it just feels right to be here. I don't think I could come up with a more fitting place for the wallflower Yuri. Not at all. I think this is a great place. And thank you for sharing this and inviting me here. It clearly means a lot to you. I'm glad. I haven't shared this place with many people. It means a lot to me as well that you think so highly of it. Yuri pauses for a moment, looking contemplative. She takes a deep breath. Her eyes meet mine with renewed vigor. Level Engine, thank you for coming here despite my lack of communication. Having you here today after everything that's happened, it reassures me. I smile warmly in hopes of bolstering her confidence. Of course. How could I say no? And a pang of guilt flares again as I have trouble meeting Yuri's gaze. So, what about the rumors? Are they still circulating around, or did they just die down after like a couple days? Level Engine! The sudden outburst startles me. I'm unable to finish my statement out of shock before Yuri follows up on her interjection. Please, Her expression softens in apology. Don't be too hard on yourself. Since we met, you provided me with so much support, and I feel like I never properly reciprocated that support. You stood up for me like no one ever had before. Normally I just duck my head in all the teasing and rumors, but you tried to put a stop to them, for my sake. I thought I could handle it all for a long time. I've typically preferred the company of books to people. The pages that took me away to faraway lands or gripped me in the thrilling stories. The pages that don't call you a freak for having a knife collection as a girl. The pages that don't shun you for reading during all your free time. Yuri, when we started dating, it was a whole new experience for me. I had never been so close to someone before. I really enjoyed it, but I could not figure out how to express it. I'm sorry, Level Engine. You deserve better. Someone who doesn't stumble over their words so much. Someone who won't get you caught up in bullying. Someone who could handle intimacy better. If only she could see how much she's worth. I decisively grasp Yuri's hand with both of mine. She looks up at me, surprised. I find new resolve. Yuri, please don't apologize. Not once have I ever regretted spending time with you. It's all new to me, too. That's that kind of thing we figure out together at our own pace. Whatever bumps and hiccups there are along the way, just being with you makes it rewarding. And there are things I could certainly have done better as well. I'm sorry for trying to keep secrets from you. I thought it would be best for you to never see nasty things like the chain email. But now I see now that I was wrong, and you're much stronger than I am. But I should show you something. Realization sets in. I feel a pit in my stomach form as I try and formulate coherent words. Are these real? They start as an escape. When I was younger, I thought that if I could distract myself, the feelings of isolation would go away. The pain was an outlet. Is this mod so wholesome we can't even see the scars? We just get to hear about them, we don't actually see them? The idea of a desperation intense enough to drive Yuri to self-harm sent chills down my spine. It became more than a distraction. I do not blame others for being weirded out. Few shared interest in my favorite books. I don't know if I ever got to mention my knives, but I'm sure it would have creeped them out even more. My distraction turned to a sort of punishment, a chastisement for my failures. I was sabotaging my own chances at friendships. I got overexcited. I shared too much, too quickly. So I hurt myself more and more. Recompense. Excitement only brought me trouble. I was sure to ruin the situation at hand whenever I got overwhelmed. My heart sinks as I realize there's still more of the story. I want to stop there. I really did, but something was nagging at me all those times. It was small at first. A siren song, whispering to me that I needed more, that the blade should never leave my arm. I realized that I got a certain high from cutting. I don't know how, but it took hold of me. Seeing my blood flow and feeling the cool steel go into my skin, all while remembering my own failures. I inwardly wince at the imagery, but I can't falter for Yuri. Not now. Now, whenever I find myself drawing particularly close to someone, or I'm reminded of how much I've awkwardly fumbled, the urge grows, and I hate it, and yet I depend on it. I feel powerless against it. I recall our raccoon poem. The grim pieces all start to fall into place. I don't want to live like this, but I can't tear myself away. Even now, I'm just a freak ending up like this. My words fail me as I stand stunned by Yuri's reveals. To think she had a past and present like this. When people see scars like these, they use them as another reason to belittle others, so I wear long sleeves all the time. She takes a deep breath. I haven't told anyone else about these scars. If you want to leave, I understand. Turn slightly, after all. Trying to think of what to say to offer anything to Yuri. Here she is, revealing her past to me, and now is when I draw a blank? Not now. Please anytime but now. Find the right words. Nothing. What is wrong with me? Well, thank you for listening, Level Engine. I'm sorry to have you got caught up in so many ugly things. I'll take my leave now. Is this how it ends? She just walks away? No, I can't let it. Yuri, wait! I call out without knowing exactly what I'm going to say, but I'll figure something out. So Yuri already opened up about her problems with me, then I failed as a friend. I can't afford to fail another person dear to me. Yuri turns back in surprise. Yuri, nothing you've told me makes me want to turn away. Believe me. I admire you a lot, Yuri. I should have told you earlier and try and imagine myself in your position, and I don't know if I can do what you do. Your confessions about your tendencies. I can't imagine that's easy to confess, and thank you for the trust you put in me. It means a lot to me. Beyond that, just seeing the way you do things, it just makes me like you that much more. In the face of harassment for your hobbies or your mannerisms, you haven't given up. You have kept all your passions despite all that. You could have tried acting different, but you didn't. Do you remember the festival? I remember standing around like some kind of moron. It was you that asked me to hold your hand. You had the courage to approach me like that. That all is why I find encouragement from you. You have bravery that I don't. Do you really mean all that? Even with... I do. I love reading with you. I love sharing poetry with you. I love spending time with you. It makes me really happy seeing you enjoy yourself, you know? And hey, who cares what others think about you have a knife collection? I think it's really cool that you have one. But why? How do you enjoy my company so much? I know how I feel now. Well, that's because I love you, Yuri. Tears begin to cloud Yuri's eyes. But I... It sounds like the tears are in full force. Hearing her cry like this, I'm having a hard time keeping my own composure. But I have to try. Aren't I just a freak? I don't know if I deserve love like this. Yuri, that's nonsense. I'm an obsessive freak who harms herself because she has no other way to deal with her problems. I'm too weak to stop despite how badly I keep trying to. Not only that, but I don't know how to express myself to people without weirding them out. I broke up with you even though you were so nice to me. I didn't talk to you or anyone for days. How can you still love me after everything? Hearing Yuri like this stings. The words from Natsuki and Sayori come back to me. Now more than ever, I want to say the right thing. I don't quite know how I managed to articulate everything in this situation, but... Yuri, I just told you how, didn't I? We all have our highs, and we all have our lows. The low points can feel awful, but they don't define us. They're just points. We work on making it past them. I realized that when you broke up with me, it was because you didn't want me to get hurt by association with you. But you don't have to do that, alright? Just being with you. It makes the words of any harasser meaningless. Please, it's okay to think yourself at times. I know you can keep yourself going, but you don't have to bear it all yourself. I don't want to force support on you or anything, but I should have said this earlier and I apologize. You've been there for me, and now it's my turn to be here for you. If you're feeling down or troubled, I'm here if you want someone to talk to, someone to lean on. Just whenever you feel like you need it, I'm here. Level Engine. Even though I harm myself and I just don't want to hurt myself anymore or cause worry for others. Hearing Yuri like this makes it hard to hold back my own tears. Yeah, and even then, and you know, that's why we have others. People we can rely on, right? I'm trying to be so wholesome right now. I have my own problems too. I've lashed out at people and I think it wouldn't hurt getting more direction in my life either. But we don't have to tackle everything today. We can help each other gradually. We can work together on these things, right? And beyond that, I'm sure there are others who would want to listen to us should we need it. We can go one day at a time. Yuri, if you still have me, I won't give up on you. If you need anyone, I want to be the support that I had failed to offer before, because you've already helped me. I want to be there for you. A breeze blows. We stand there together. The silent moment only punctuated by the occasional sob. Thank you, Level Engine. Thank you. I feel a wetness on my cheeks. At first, I think it's from Yuri's tears, but no. It's my own tears I feel rolling down my face. Here we are. Two high schoolers crying over our emotions in a graveyard. Trying to figure things out. But I'm surprised by an interruption. It's alright to cry. This is a moment that warrants such, is it not? Thus we stand together for a moment longer. Eventually, we regain our composure and break from the hug. For a moment, we just look at each other, mutually unsure of what to say next. One day at a time. I like the sound of that. Yuri rings her wrist, seemingly unconsciously. If we could be together again, like the way things were, that would make me really happy. And I promise I'll communicate with you more should something arise, and I'll stick to more proper applications of my knives. Just, I don't think I'm ready to tell the rest of the club about it. You don't have to if you don't want to. If needed, we can seek a professional. Is that alright? Yes, that's alright. I'll work on controlling myself better as well, and being a better listener. Yuri nods and smiles encouragingly. So, pick up where I left off then. Yes, that sounds wonderful. We're close. I can feel her breath breathe on me. My heartbeat accelerates once again. We both lean in slightly. Closer, closer. I close my eyes in anticipation. Our lips gingerly meet. It was only for a second, but it was like time had stopped for that 1 second. We had kissed. I leaned back, opened my eyes, and realized we were both grinning like idiots. Maybe things would be alright after all. Hey, Yuri? Thanks for inviting me out here. Yuri returns to her familiar reserved demeanor. Of course. It was my pleasure. Yet again we stand. No words appropriate for the occasion. It really is a beautiful day today. After a moment, Yuri offers me her hand. I oblige with much more confidence than I had the last time this situation arose. Shall we be off then? Sure thing. We begin walking together out of the graveyard. What is it? I appreciate how you stood up for me at school and all, but I just do not wish for another confrontation like that. Should that boy taunt us again, I'd prefer a non-violent response. It would be better for us overall. But Yuri's right. Sure thing. If Yuri has things she's going to work on, then I should too. We match smiles at the reassurance and continue on our way out of the park. I'm sure we have a lot to figure ahead of us. The first of which probably being getting the literature club back on track. But we can address that later. For now, we're content to just enjoy the moment. A short instance to catch our breath after all the turbulence. I'm optimistic. Now I think things can work out after all. It's the first day back at school since Yuri and I had our graveyard rendezvous. Every member of the literature club is present. It's a scene I'd sorely missed. There was much celebration upon Yuri's return. A hole in the club was finally restored. And just like that, the club resumed its activities. Almost felt like nothing had really happened, like the past week was just an empty gap in time. Everything feels right again. Another successful meeting for the literature club. I'm looking forward to seeing what you all prepare for tomorrow. On the day of the festival, I recall that you basically set me up in Yuri. Monika taps her chin in a mock-thinking gesture. Oh, did I now? I guess you could spin it like that. What, are you not happy about it? No, don't get me wrong. I really appreciate it, I scratch my head. I just want to know why, I guess. Well, we all need a little push from our friends once in a while, don't we? Yeah, I guess we do. Thank you, Monika. Don't mention it. I'm just always looking out for my club members, that's all. Monika soon departs as well, leaving Yuri and I as the only ones in the club room. It's nice being back in the club. It sure is nice having you back. Everyone missed you. I caused all sorts of worry, didn't I? No one's going to hold a grudge against you, Yuri. Things happen, and everyone understands you taking some time for yourself. We're just all glad to see you here again. Me especially. Okay, so waiting was actually the good option here. So talking about the bookstores. Suddenly, I'm cut off by a fist banging on the open door, followed up by a student blocking the doorway. A pit forms in my stomach as I realize it's the blonde cretin that I punched before. If I never saw his face again, it would be too soon. Why is he here now? Sup, lover boy? I look back at Yuri. Her eyes widen in alarm, but she says nothing. I turn back to my harasser. I realized from some murmurs outside that he's probably brought some of his posse with him. What do you want? What I want, indeed? Well, since you lovingly gave me this gift last time, I just thought I'd return the favor in some way. I was already suspended while you got off scot-free for your email stunt. What more do you want? Well, I was just having a little harmless fun with my pals when you had to go and make it personal. Your little sucker punch got me good last time. Had to get the principal involved because you got the drop on me. But now, it can be just the two of us, mano a mano. You agree it'll be more fair if we're both ready from the start, yeah? Given the group outside the classroom, I'm doubtful of his claims that he'll live up to his word. Of course, if you don't want to face me properly, you can just go. Except I'm pretty sure they're just all blocking off the only door anyway, so he's lying. Yeah, you two love bugs are free to just waltz on out of here if you prefer. Of course, we got a hot new round of emails to send out. I clenched my fists unconsciously. A blow of the head might knock it out of me, though. At this state, meant another student steps behind them. I noticed they're holding a phone in front of them, probably filming us. I bet the principal would love to see that, even. I'm even feeling charitable today. I might feel like giving up on the emails without a fight. If you beg and grovel on the ground in front of me, anyway. Then I might be inclined to forget all this happened. Wouldn't that be nice? He's got me backed into a corner here. His snide grin only grows wider as he sees me mentally wrestle with my options. Use my words, huh? How effective would that be here, though? If we walk out, Yuri gets more ugly emails spread about her. I don't think I could bear to see more abuse aimed at her. If I fight this guy, he might finally shut up, but they're recording this. This wouldn't fly with the principal. They'd edit and remove all this guy's taunting, too, so I'd look like the instigator. Hell, I got lucky last time. Could I even take this guy in a straight fight? He's around my size, but I'm sure if I beg, they'd film that and spread it around, too. What do I do? Use words. I won't let him get to me. Yuri's right. Not to mention, I told her I wouldn't snap again. I wish this bastard would just disappear, but I can't give him what he wants. I think I know what would really throw him for a loop. Yeah, I'm sorry for hitting you like that before. It was wrong of me to attack you. Huh, I thought you said— Wait, what? Come on, Yuri. These guys aren't worth our time. Let's go. I'm still angry, but I can't let these asshats see that. Yuri quickly nods and stands by my side. I take her hand in mine and make towards the classroom exit. The blonde boy is stunned and having trouble forming proper sentences. You really just— But Huh? That's it? That's really it, asshole? Well, I guess it is. Two of the boys' cronies try to block our way. What are you doing? Let me through. You realize I got my own phone and been recording this entire conversation, right? That was bluff, of course, but it was such a gutsy move that they seemed to believe it and ran away without a word, hoping to not be associated with this, or at least didn't want to take any risks. You're bluffing, idiot. Stupid moron. You really think so? I guess you just want to keep digging that grave deeper, huh? It's not so hard to act tough when you're faking, as it turns out. Lucky for me, I suppose. I'll send out more emails. You said that, yeah. Even more than I had planned. You're gonna have to wait through so much shit that the rumors are gonna follow you for decades from now. This is gonna last forever. Do you want that? It's over, dude. I don't care about this anymore. Just stop trying to bother us and I'll stop bothering you. Even he seems to be getting tired of this. This isn't over. Just you wait. Let me guess. Do we actually get more emails or does he not actually go through with it? That was the right thing to do. Thank you for listening, Levelention. I'm sure it was tempting to lash out at him. Yeah, it was, but... Are you sure you're alright with this? Absolutely. I believe you told me something akin to, it doesn't really matter what they think of us or what we do, right? Yeah, sorry. I did say that, didn't I? I thought I was the one who was working on apologizing less. Back at the graveyard. How about in the Stranger's Grove? Sounds great. I do want to see what the other option turns out to be like now that I think about it. We read in the graveyard. Did you see the set of emails going around this week? I had been hoping this wouldn't come up. I just wanted an afternoon to relax with Yuri and forget about school trouble, but I guess it was unavoidable. Yeah, I guess that guy kept his word, huh? Yes, he did. Although it is slightly amusing to see what he came up with about us. I guess he was more desperate this time. Man, if people believe this stuff. I shake my head knowing full well that some people certainly still would. Do the emails bother you at all, Yuri? Do they bother you? You can't just turn the question like that. Never mind. They still kind of do, if we're being honest, that someone is trying to just so hard just to put us down. But I've got you, as well as the rest of the literature club. I think I'll manage. We don't need to be scared of the words of a hothead and his lackeys. I'll manage too, then. I notice that Yuri's left sleeve is fallen back enough to reveal scars. Yuri notices as well, but she doesn't pull her sleeve back up. She keeps them visible as she speaks once again. I think I'm going to start looking for a therapist. I'm ready now. I'm surprised, but mostly relieved. Do you need any help looking for one, or... I'll let you know if I do. Thank you. We exit the graveyard, so... I'm luckier to have you. I guess this one will draw. School year goes on. I feel like I'm a full-blown member of the literature club now, all with the more with Yuri at my side. Yuri continues to grow and stay true to herself, any public opinion be damned. I too can say I'm doing better for myself. I kept my outbursts under control, and I can say with confidence I found a place where I belong. We're never directly confronted by the bullies group again. They stick to emails among minor things, but even that dies down. Or maybe Yuri and I just ignore it more and more. It doesn't really matter. Right now we have each other, and that's what's important. We can continue to grow together and overcome challenges. And we can talk to each other, whether life is easy or hard. We can work and figure things out, one day at a time. What, you want me to comment on what you've done? Here's some sort of congratulations? What else is there to say? You saved Yuri, didn't you? She's getting help and is a pillar to stand on when all those rumors come around. You two will run along, hold hands, and read books together, the whole thing. Or so the game says anyways. Really though, what's up with all the kids at this school? Both in Sayori's route and here. Kids seem fairly vicious, don't they? Geez, what school do we enroll into to have all these kinds of people? Well, I guess it doesn't really matter to you. After all, you're happy with Yuri. Is there anything left for me to say, though? Not that it really matters in the end. Don't let me keep you from being happy. Do what you want. So what was the other choice? I do have to skip back to where we get offered the choice because I didn't save right in front of it. And one choice left I want to see. Though I don't think using violence is going to work out for me. Let's just see, though. Screw this. This has gone on for long enough. And no amount of pleading is going to get me out of it. I can't say I know too much about how to win a fight, but that doesn't matter to me. We're going to go full on Antifa here. I've been too passive these past few weeks. If I want to end this, then I need to stand up for myself. Not just for myself, but also for Yuri. Especially Yuri. I know she said to talk it out instead, but that's not going to work. I have to punch him. I've gone too far to back out now. Let me guess. We're going to end up expelled? The whole fight's going to be edited to make my guy look like the aggressor, and he's going to get expelled. And then it'll be over. This will all come to an end, and we'll never have to worry about it again. I hope you understand, Yuri. This is always going to be the only option left. You said our fist should do the talking, right? Fine, I'll talk up a storm then. The boy's eyes widen. Oh, so you actually want to fight, huh? I didn't think you'd say that. In fact, I was warming up the idea of you begging me to stop. Yeah, I changed my mind. I don't want to fight anymore. Too late. What the hell? I sock the boy as hard as I can. He's hurt, but it doesn't faze him for long. I want to try and get out of the way in anticipation of him retaliating, but I'm grabbed by one of his goons and can't move. Think you're so tough, eh? Before I know it, I'm kneed in the stomach. I clutch my chest, beginning to stagger. Yuri gasps and tries running over to me, only to be pulled away by the boy's goons. Now beg. I catch Yuri running away, although I'm not sure where to. The boy notices me, looking away, and knees me yet again. Beg, shit for brains! Everything hurts. There's gotta be a way out of this, but that asshole's going to hit me again if I don't give in, so I'll have to distract him for now. I struggle for breath, only to cough up blood. Why did I think I could take him on? There's gotta be something I can do. Anything. The principal isn't going to like seeing his floor stained, dude. Whatever. Want to try that again? Look. Do you need a script or something? Here, I'll tell you what you need to say. Say that you're sorry for being a freak that's trying to terrorize the school. Got it? I just need to keep all going along, and then I can figure something out from there. I'm sorry. Hey, look me straight in the eye, asshat. Good. I'm sorry for... Almost halfway there now, say the rest. I'm sorry for what I'm about to do to you. Huh? Before the boy can react, I headbutt him. He recoils, dizzy by my attack. Still unable to counter my blow, I push him to the ground. I turn my head and glare towards everyone watching. You guys better get out of here before it gets any uglier. Everyone scrambles off. As I turn back towards the boy, I notice him starting to talk again. Ha, I guess you won. It was really that easy, huh? Guess it didn't turn out being as drawn out as I expected. I think I'm safe to walk away now. I doubt he's gonna come after me again like this. Can't believe I finally did it. It's over, Yuri, I did— That's right. Yuri ran off, didn't she? But she wouldn't desert me, so what she did was probably— No. I'm an idiot. Up here, you said? I turn around and find the worst person possible that could have shown up here. Of course it was the school principal. What's this exactly? Level engine? Actually, I think the answer to that is clear. Damn it, was this part of his plan all along? Yuri freezes up, realizing what she just did. Embarrassment, shock, and fear cover her face. I was too late, wasn't I? Yuri. It's over, but not in the way I'd hoped. I tried pleading my case to the principal, saying it was in self-defense, but he didn't buy it. Maybe if I grabbed the phone that was being used to record the fight, I could have used it as evidence, but the one recording ran away before I even thought about it. I showed him the bruises I had from the fight, but that didn't convince him either. It wasn't definitive evidence, apparently, since I could have gotten bruises from anywhere. The guy he hit wasn't too badly injured, but he did stay home for a few days. The principal didn't immediately give me a punishment, as he wanted to think about what the best option would be. Eventually, he did tell me what my punishment was, but it didn't really matter. What happened with Yuri was far worse than anything that could have happened to me. At first, Yuri didn't come to school for a week, but then she started attending again. After a month, however, she stopped showing up entirely. She never responded to any of my texts at any point during this. I asked Monica every day about where Yuri was, but she gave me the same answer every time. I don't know. But one day I noticed Yuri in the school hallway. I'm just bringing a textbook I forgot to return. Huh? It all makes sense now. Wait, you don't mean... I started going to a different school, Level Engine. Shit, man. But why? I don't know, 'cause I'm an idiot? The only thing that will come from me staying here is more misery. It's clear that I ruined everything. If I hadn't gone to alert the principal, you wouldn't have gotten in trouble. Yuri, you did it! I don't know about that, Yuri. I think my decision in trying to fight him was doomed from the start. Besides, you did that to protect me. What if I wasn't able to hit him? I could have ended up seriously injured, so it would have been a good thing for the principal to have come. Please don't think it's your fault, Yuri. You're only doing what you thought was right. Yet it ended in disaster. That much cannot be denied. Even if you do think this was your fault, Yuri, I'd forgive you any day. Not that I should have to, because again, I'm the one to blame here. I can't bear to look at you anymore, Level Engine. I can't even handle being around with you without getting anxious. Not because of you, but because of me. I can't keep coming here knowing that I've ruined your life. I'll be fine, Yuri. Trust me. I care way more about you than I care about myself. The punishment wasn't even that bad. It was pretty bad, but nothing I can't move on from. I'll be fine, I promise. It's too late. We can still fix this. Being around you makes me feel uncomfortable. Regardless of how you feel, it won't change the guilt I hold that cannot be erased. I'm always going to feel that I failed you, that I'm worthless, that I deserve to be bullied. Well, as long as I'm able to stay away from you, I can take comfort in knowing that I won't ruin your life any further. Yuri glances at her sleeve. Damn it! Did she? Please, Yuri, I can help you. You're only one person, Level Engine. The only one that can help me is myself. And it's for the better that it doesn't happen. Can't you at least try therapy? I have no interest in doing so. I only have one goal now, and that's to stay as far away from you as possible. It's for your own sake, I promise. Yuri, please! I was starting to sound like a broken record at this point. But what else could I do now? What if I just talked things out instead of using violence? What if I ran away from that fight entirely? What if I gave in and begged like I was told? But it doesn't matter anymore. What's done is done, right? I can't take this anymore. I screwed up. I gave Yuri enough anxiety to make her switch schools, and I've already lost my chance to help her recover from her self-harm, or at least encourage her to try therapy. Helping her is all I really cared about, and I couldn't even assist her with that. This is garbage. I keep thinking there's something I can do to fix this, but no, I've lost my chance. I've dug my own grave, and there's no getting out of it now. This is the reality I must accept. What is it? Please help me help you. How do you want me to do that? Never speak to me again. Yuri! As she disappears into the crowd of students, she turns around one last time. Goodbye, level engine. I love you. That's it then. I've lost. How do we move forward from this? I don't know if it's even possible. What I do know is I sincerely loved Yuri and that I'd give anything to get her back, but that's never going to happen. Yuri never spoke to me again after that day. I ran into her a few times, but she acted like she didn't know me and just walked away. But one day, several years later, I went to the bookstore we used to go on to dates. My time with Yuri had given me more appreciation for literature, and encouraged me to actively read stories that weren't manga or anime. At that bookstore, I was looking through the new releases. I noticed a book with Yuri's name on it. Did she actually end up becoming a novelist, like we had talked about before? Curious about the book, I go over to the cashier to buy it. Once they notice my name after I scan my credit card, they turn around and pull out a different copy of the book behind the counter. What's this for? The author personally came and requested we give you this specific copy of the book to you next time you came here. I don't know why, but yeah, here you go. Why this copy? I open the cover and find a taped note in Yuri's handwriting. I read the note and what's inside questions me more than anything else could have. What I find is the ending to a tragic story that I'm going to have to live with for the rest of my life. What I find is brutal closure that cannot be undone. What I find is the last time I'm going to hear from the girl I love. I'm sorry, Level Engine. I still love you. And it doesn't even go away after several years, so that happened. I didn't think you'd actually fight. I'd ask if you're okay, but it wasn't, well, you. Well, that seemed like a fairly easy choice to me. I hope you didn't pick it just to make her suffer. Ha. Well, I think you already know what to do. Back to the title screen. Man, I wasn't expecting to find that note in that book there. So, this is the one. This is like the better ending. Okay, so that was the better ending right there. I feel like we're really making progress here. I'll do some more skipping through some original game dialogue. And then get Natsuki's route started up if I can't do Monika's yet. I think we're gonna maybe have to do Monika's last, or I don't know, maybe it's hidden. And if it's hidden, I'm not good at finding secret routes. So I'm gonna hope that it's more or less just given to me. And I don't have to go look for it. So we're gonna read manga together with Natsuki. And share poems. So that's gonna be Natsuki. So I'll agree with Natsuki when the two girls argue over what style of writing's better. I'll devote every possible choice to Natsuki now, like it did to Yuri earlier in the stream. And I assume that's gonna work. Okay, so picking the shortest words doesn't always do it, but certainly puts the odds in your favor. I can more or less still skip all this anyway. No, not 20 out of 20. I'm glad you can appreciate this kind of writing. I was talking about that yesterday. I've been enjoying sharing my writing with you, so consider yourself lucky, okay? Just look forward to tomorrow, will you? So I probably maybe avoided too many choices to Natsuki this time for Yuri to even share her poem with me. It's okay, we did like the whole route just earlier. And I'm just gonna set up Natsuki's route, I guess. And then probably do that in another live stream. Walking home with Natsuki, like I said. Sunny, Bunny. I'll pick Bunny. Doesn't make a difference anyway. I'm kind of feeling bad, I'm just skipping all this. But I decided to just skip pretty much over the original game's dialogue regardless. And just want to get to, like, the new content of the mod as soon as possible. In fact, I could have just started, like, on the day of the festival. Again, Yuri didn't even want to show me her poem. Sticking with the Natsuki style, I see. In fact, I think you're the only one who's indulged her as much as you have. Is that so? I kinda knew that, but I just didn't want to admit it. So I need to ask one thing of you. Be careful, please? Natsuki is kind of unpredictable. A lot of times, she doesn't even know what she wants. After all, she's the youngest one here. She might not know how to handle her own feelings properly. What I'm saying is, if something bad happens, it can end up damaging the club too. And you won't want to do that to me, right? I'm not sure how to respond to Monica. While I care about her in the club, it's also kind of unfair to bring that up. Well, you're smart. I'm sure you'll do the right thing. I can spend the day with Monica, but I'm trying to get the Natsuki route now. And then I'm gonna see if I can just get Monica last. I hope I don't have to look up how to do that. Because I don't want to just simply leave Monica alone for this one. Natsuki and I exchange phone numbers. Again, I'll just fast forward past the baking scene. And Sayori's confession as well. What would you rather drive? The truck from Big Rigs or the bike from Super NES Terminator 2? I don't know. I wondered how the truck could be worse than the bike in Terminator 2. Like, at least with the truck, I'm pretty sure you're getting a first-person perspective. Terminator 2, you got, like, top-down. Hey, you can drive Lightspeed with the truck. Yeah, that's true. I felt it for a while now. Natsuki suddenly jumps back. What, Monica? Freaking Monica. Don't mind me. Monica? Sayori said she was just helping you online. I changed my mind and decided to come over. Anyways, Monica, just now we weren't. Huh, don't worry. Your secret is safe with me. I was just on my way to Sayori's house, especially if I'm not actually online. Right, you were going to help her. Anyways, I'm already on my way out, so... Oh, really? I was hoping we could talk at Sayori's. It's been a while since it's just been us girls. Yeah, well, we can talk at the festival tomorrow, so it's fine. Just don't eat any cupcakes before then, Level Engine. Anyway, later. Clearly flustered, Natsuki hurries off and Monica waves goodbye. Not Sayori, She's already told you what she's going through, right? It's the day of the festival. I hear my alarm clock going off, and while yawning, I stretch my arms out and look at the time. Oh, it's not supposed to be this late, is it? I could have sworn I set my alarm clock correctly. I check my phone to see nearly 50 unread messages and a dozen missed calls, all of them from Natsuki. My heart sinks and I realize I'm about to be there an hour later than I was supposed to. I get ready as quickly as I can and hurry over to the kitchen to grab the cupcakes Natsuki and I baked, hastily stacking 2 trays so I can carry everything. Oh boy. Can I maybe move all of these safe slots over to 2? Or maybe I'll just... I think I'll just overwrite some of the old Sayori ones. I'll do that. I'll just overwrite one of the old ones. And I'll just leave it at that, and then we'll actually go on the Natsuki route sometime soon. But not for now. It's getting a little late.